So just give us a little bit of background and what you mean by this term, permaculture.
Permaculture. Well, permaculture is basically two words. It's permanent and agriculture. Permaculture. And what it is effectively is a sustainable way to grow stuff. The problem we've got at the moment is that industrial food, which powers the world, runs on oil effectively. You're taking 12 calories of oil for 1 calorie of food. So we're in a bit of a compromise. And we're at the point now in history where we're just about to start running out of oil. So it's called peak oil. So what's going to happen is it's going to get ever harder for the industrial food system to function. And when I found that out a few years ago, I thought, better try and do something about this. And I got onto the internet and I started learning about sustainable growing, and it's all about permaculture,
Right.
which is what we're at today.
Right. You know, it seems that the essence of growing your own, I mean, is this idea, which for me seems quite revolutionary, but of a raised bed.
Right.
So what is a raised bed, sir?
Well, the raised bed's a very, very practical thing to be able to make. It's a way of growing stuff in a way. Yeah. And what you do is you actually select areas that are very easy to manage, and then you put walls around them, and then you fill in with nutrients. Well, there's a sandwich effect actually, various layers, which I'll explain. And when you've done that, basically you're ready to grow, and the essence is not to use any chemicals.
Right. And you can do this, I think you said, anywhere. I mean,
Well,
you
this
could
is
do
the
it
great
on-
thing about it,
I mean,
because
that's
of
what struck me.
yeah. Well, of course, with this food thing happening, of course, city dwellers are going to be the hardest strapped when food starts to get more and more expensive. So, and probably most of them think they can do nothing to help themselves. But that's where the raised bed comes into its own, because the raised bed can be built anywhere.
Really?
It can be built on a car park, it can be built on a terrace, it can be built on your apartment terracing, it can be built anywhere, on any surface.
I'm now going to learn how to make my first raised bed, and I am an ignoramus in these matters. James has given me a list of things that I'm going to need to collect.
The components.
To create this.
Okay. Well, let me tell you, I'll just explain what the process is now, and you can look at your list and correlate.
Yes.
Well, you take a piece of land and you decide the size you're going to make it, so you get your walls in, whatever, you can use anything. Get your walls in. Then you don't have to weed. In fact, what you do now is what I do. I happen to have hens, so I take hen scrapings and I put a very fine layer of hen scrapings down, and I often chuck a load of raw kitchen waste down as well.
Right.
So basically, once you've got your first layer down, which is this added force, you then put very thick cardboard down. Right. The reason for the cardboard basically is twofold. First of all, you've not weeded, and when you put the cardboard down, all the stuff that was already there will die off, and of course add more nutrition to the soil. So you're constantly adding soil fertility through these things, you see. So so the actual cardboard is doing that for you. But then when you come to irrigate, the cardboard acts as a sponge. And so it actually reduces your water requirement for your irrigation.
It stays as a...
First of all, it captures the water, and then it releases it slowly as well. So you get best of every world, with cardboard. So it's absolutely, a fantastic idea to lay cardboard down. We have to then put about 30 centimetres of compost down.
Right, okay, I see that again on my list.
Boom.
Right, okay.
And when you actually come to plant, you bang a hole, wherever you're going to plant, you bang a hole in the cardboard, so the roots of whatever you plant can go through to the lower layer. So they're the only ones who are feeding from there.
Adventurous, aren't they?
Totally. Roots are fantastic. They're amazing.
Yes.
You can't stop roots.
Yes, well, I think, so yes, we've got the planks, and then the kitchen waste to go down, and any sort of loose garden cuttings, and then the cardboard that goes on top, and on top of that Compost, yes. Horse manure, compost.
Yep.
Which may be
whatever you can get.
And I have.
You've got.
My neighbour friend has horses, so there.
And then the final
straw
thing is
and some chicken shit.
Well, the chicken shit's gone on underneath.
Yes,
remember?
I mean that bit's on my list here. Yes.
Right. Yeah. Then you put the straw on, which is again it helps to reduce water loss.
Right. Okay. Yes, straw.
Which I don't use in the winter here, but I use starting about sort of April.
Yes. So really, I mean, I've got to go and get these things, and I think you were saying, James, that one of the pleasures of this is that you shouldn't need to spend money on it.
You shouldn't
and
need to, no.
And that you've got to follow one of the sort of principles of this sort of work, which is to find things, observe and interact.
Well, that's one
where
of the,
you put it. Rather
observe and interact.
Sounds very grand.
It's one of the points of the transition network. They
spot
say,
it and nick it. Is that another?
Right. Depends, I suppose. Yes. But no, it's spot it and scavenge it. Or
right, okay.
Barter it or
no
whatever.
Theft, no theft.
Well, I
no
mean,
theft.
That's not very nice, is it?
No.
Would you like stuff nicked off you? Me neither.
So, I'm going to do my best on these. I want, and we'll reconvene, tomorrow. By which time I should have assembled these bits and pieces.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay. See you soon.
Right. See you soon.